Today, this is kind of like a sub video, I'm making already, but wanted to kind of have a little addition. So right now we have a Briggs and Stratton mower here that needs to have an RPM adjustment. Now all these are more or less the same on this style, so I want to make a video on how to adjust it. So first we're going to take off this cover. Sometimes this cover is attached to this cover, it's all one big piece. This one's a little easier, so I'm just going to take it off. If yours is like this, you just have to take it off too. It's just a Phillips head screwdriver needed, and then we'll go ahead and get it taken off. So why would you do this? Well, that's up to you, but sometimes what ends up happening is you will inevitably hit something, I don't know, putting it away, weed or falls on it, I don't know, something, or over time this just gets bent. Now this engine is designed to run at 3600 RPMs. At 3600 RPMs, the horsepower it's rated for is meant to be at that level. It's meant to be at that RPM all time. There's no idle on this machine, or there's no ability to idle. It's governed to stay at 3600 RPMs. It has a mechanical governor inside that has these little flyweights, and it's riding off, what is it, the cam, I think, and the cam, when it's spinning, is going to be making, due to centrifugal force, the weights to come out. When the weights come out, it sends a plunger, what a technical name for it is, but more or less it causes the throttle here to adjust. So if it starts going too fast, then it will try to push it back down. If it goes too slow, try to push it up. So that's how that ends up working. Now how it needs some type of tension for this to occur. So if you have this system going on here, let's clean it up a little bit. Now it's clean. So all this is more or less the same. That they all are basically the same principle. Some of them are a little bit different in different details. This right here is a choke system. If you don't have it, then don't worry about it. We're not going to worry about that. This is the part that we're worried about, is this spring. Let's take the cover off. Might give a little more light here. Now that we have some light, sorry for the noise in the background, but so this is what we're looking for. This spring, first couple things we want to look for. If we're looking to see the condition, we want to see if it's bent, if it's just oblong, if it's been tampered with. It connects on this little loop. If it's not connected, or connected in behind on the end of the loop, that could be a problem. It needs to be in closer to the actual carburetor. So right now this is all good. Now some of these designs have like another section here, but either way this clamps onto something. It could be a loop, it could be this, whatever it is. All you need to do to increase it is to bend it. On this one, usually I like to keep it fairly vertical, because as you can tell, it's kind of at an angle. That is usually maybe too much, maybe just a little bit of angle. And what that's going to do is going to put more tension on this, so the more you bend it, the more RPMs you're going to get. Now, like I said, this is designed to run at a certain RPM. You could push it all the way forward and get a whole lot of RPM out of it, but you're running the risk of exploding that governor. Like I said, there's weights, which means metal. That metal, if it explodes, can get anywhere and cause problems. Pretty much there's no good place they can fly and it will not cause problems. So be very careful. You can get meters to figure out what RPM you're going to use, or what RPM you're running at. You know, there's clips for your spark plug, there's pieces of tape you can put on the blade, or you know, there's different things that you can use. I personally just kind of go off sound. I've used a specific motor many times, so I just kind of go off the sound of it. If you haven't been using your mower for a really long time, or if it's a new one to you, you just think it's running slow, you should probably try getting something to tell you what RPM you're actually at. So right now, if you have any potential RPM issues, if it's running too fast, well, let's do that one. If it's running too fast, this could be bent too much, so just push it back. You do want a little bit of tension on here all the time, but not a lot. It basically just needs to be set in there, not expanding, but also not slacking. There shouldn't be any droop in the spring. Right now, I think it's almost perfect. If there's droop, you're gonna have not enough tension. If it's expanded already, you're gonna have too much. Okay, so if your mower is running a little slow, or you need to increase the RPM, I hope this helps. If it does help, definitely put a like and comment below. Subscribe. Alright, we'll make quite a few more of these types of videos. So I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night. Later. So it's all put together. Kind of want to show this. I know I said it was the end, but you can also adjust it without taking anything off. Just a whole lot easier, but for demonstration purposes I took everything off just for lighting. And also I want to go over again, you should not run a mower than 3600. If it's like 38, that's fine. It's not going to be a problem. It's a real problem once you get really high. The last thing is, why do we have to do this? Like I said, over time we can just go out of adjustment. So every now and then it's a good idea to check this. Sometimes it's the spring, sometimes it's actually the bracket. You know, there's quite a few things or reasons why it would happen. That's why we're checking all of it. We got lucky in this one, we just have to bend it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Now I'm gonna sign off. Might let it run actually so I can show you, and then we'll yeah, I'll do that. So let's go ahead and give this a pull. Okay, let's give it a pull and see what she sounds like. It was a little surgy in the beginning, but it was leveling out. I just put fuel in it, so yeah, it's gonna need it. So when that happens, the bolt just isn't all the way full, but it was leveling out. So the RPM sounds good to me. Okay, hopefully this helped. Catch you in the next video. Bye.